Good evening, guys. This video is on page 23 of our notebook, and this is notes on how to multiply fractions. Last year, you learned how to do this in 5th grade, so I'm just going to give this a quick review of what you probably already know. So let's go ahead and get started. And yes, my voice does sound funny because I have laryngitis, but it's no big deal as long as you can understand me. If you need to ask any questions, just put comments at the bottom of the video. All right, here we go. For multiplying fractions, you do not have to have a common denominator, and all you're simply going to do is multiply your numerators together, multiply your denominators together, and then simplify whatever product that you get. So let's go ahead and do the first one together. So 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 over 15 can be reduced. I can divide by 3, and I get 1 over 5. Same thing with this problem. We're going to multiply across. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 9 is 72. Both of these have a 6 in common, so I'm going to divide by 6. That's their greatest common factor, so I'm going to divide by 6. And when I divide by 6, I get 1 over 12. All right. Now another thing you can do, so notice how I multiplied and then simplified. Well, we can simplify before multiply. So you divide diagonally by common factors to get both fractions into a smaller form. So here, instead of doing 2 times 5 and getting 10, and 15 times 6 and getting 90, what I can do is I could take out common factors that are across. So 15 and 5 both have a 5 in common, so I'm going to divide by 5 for each. Take a factor of 5 out. Well, 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. And then I'm going to look across this way. 2 and 6 have a factor of 2. So I'm going to divide by 2 and get 1. I'm going to divide by 2 and get 3. And then I can multiply across and get 1 over 9. Now, if that didn't make sense, let me show you what would have happened had we not multiply across and just simplified after. 2 times 5 is 10. 15 times 6 is 90. Both of these can be divided by 10, which still gets me 1/9. So I end up getting to the same answer both ways. Sometimes it's easier just to go ahead and multiply and then simplify. Sometimes it's easier to go ahead and simplify before you multiply. I'm going to change pens out because this one's drying up. All right, this next one, again, I'm going to go ahead and simplify before I multiply. Because look at this one. This would be like 42 over 189. That would be a really big number to work with, right? Yikes. So if I did this across normal, 42 over 189, oh my goodness, yikes. I don't want to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to simplify before I multiply. So 7 and 21 have a factor of 7 in common, so 7 divided by 7 is 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. 9 and 6 have a 3 in common, so I'm going to divide by 3 and get 2. I'm going to divide by 3 and get 3. 1 times 2 is 2. Because it ends up like this. Watch, it ends up as 1/3 times 2/3, which then gives me 2/9. So if I were to simplify this, I would actually get down to 2/9. All right, next, what if you are multiplying mixed numbers? So here are some steps. Convert the mixed number to improper fractions. Multiply the numerators together, multiply the denominators together, and simplify. So really the only difference with this is this first step. So you just need to convert to improper fractions, which we know how to do. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. And then I can either multiply across and simplify, or simplify before I multiply. I'm going to simplify before I multiply. Let me use a different color so you can see this. So 6 and 3 both have a factor of 3 in common. So that gives me 2. This gives me 1. 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 times 1 is 5. If you chose to multiply and then simplify, that's fine. You could do it both ways. All right, this next one, I'm going to change, oh, sorry for the bell. This next one, I'm going to change 2 and 1/3 to be 7/3. This time, I'm going to multiply before I simplify. It'll still give me the same product. So This gives me 21 over 12. Well, both 21 and 12 can be divided by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 7/4 is my final answer. All right, and then the last one. How do you multiply a fraction by a whole number? So it says change the whole number to a fraction with a denominator of 1 and then multiply, because we all know that whole numbers have a denominator of 1. So really we can rewrite this as 5 over 1 times 1 over 8. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 8 is 8, so 5/8. Same thing here. 2/3 times 6 over 1. I'm going to simplify before I multiply. So I'm going to divide by, so I'm going to take out a factor of 3, take out a factor of 3. That leaves me with 2 and 1. So 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 over 1 leaves me with 4. And I'm done. Okay. If I went a little too fast, just go back and rewatch what I said. Inside your homework, I want you to complete all of these. They should not take very long. It seems like a lot, but it's really, really not. And then earlier today in class, you guys talked about renaming with subtraction. So I need you to go ahead and practice these 7 problems, please. So go ahead and complete both, and I hope you have a great night. If you have any questions, please ask in class tomorrow. All right, bye.